Hi, it's Rachel and I just wanted to make a quick little video introducing myself and just to say a little bit about me and why I've started sort of making these videos. Basically, I have been a big YouTube fan for quite a while. I spend a lot of time looking at various types of videos, and I've sort of been watching videos on the beauty community for I don't know how long now, quite a while, over a year, maybe two and a half, 3 years even. And I have always wanted to make videos and sort of join in and get to know people and contribute to the community, but have never really been in a position to, or sort of been a little bit worried about starting, or I didn't even have a camera really, and I don't know, there's always an excuse, always something or a reason not to. And then this past Christmas I got a new video camera, and when I got it I was really excited because I was like, okay, but now I finally don't have an excuse, I should start making videos. And I still put it off, and there's always going to be a reason not to do something, but I've had a little bit of time off from uni and work, and it's really, I was sort of bored and thinking what to do, and I thought, well, okay, why don't you go and make a video? So like I said, my name's Rachel. I am 21 years old, almost a few months off being 22, which is kind of scary because that means I'm definitely an adult now. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm Australian. Maybe from my accent you might have been able to gauge that. I am currently a uni student. I also work part-time, and I've just got a new full-time job, and I will go to uni at night as well. I'm almost finished my degree. I have one more subject and internship to go, which is really exciting because as much as I sort of like studying and learning about new things, I'm very ready for this degree to be over. So I'm studying business and I'm a PR major. Other things about me, I am a big TV and movie buff. That is one of, I guess, I don't know if you can call it a hobby. Can you call watching TV and movies a hobby? I wish you could, because it does take up a fair part of my life, but I really like sort of watching different types of shows, and my favourite part of the year is sort of come fall. It's actually fall in America. It's spring in Australia at the same time, but when all the new shows and the new pilots sort of come out, and my list of TV shows, like if you saw my Facebook or my MySpace back when we used to have MySpaces and you put your favourite TV shows, mine was like page long. I had so many that I loved, and movies has been it's a fun thing that sort of started with me and my mum and a couple of my friends. We used to go almost sort of every Friday night. It was sort of our treat. So I'd go with my mum and one of my friends, or two of my friends, and their mums would come because our mums were friends as well, and we'd just go see a movie, and we'd pretty much see anything. Sometimes it was our choice, sometimes it was the parents' choice, and it meant that we got to see a lot of movies and different types of movies, some that I probably wouldn't have chosen myself, but the adults kind of wanted to see it, so I would go see it. And that sort of went on for quite a while, and then there was a brief time when we kind of stopped because we had dancing on a Friday night, dance classes on a Friday night, so we couldn't go. And then in high school sort of things changed, and then eventually we sort of started again. Now, I don't say that I go every single Friday night because that's definitely not true, but it is a Friday night thing that my mum and I do, and it's something we sort of go early in the night, so I can still go out with my friends later on if I want to, or I can still go out and sort of have a late dinner or something like that. But it's something that me and my mum can do together, and it's our sort of little time. And sometimes my little sister comes along, sometimes she doesn't, but yeah, it's something that I really enjoy. So movies is a big thing, and if you ever want to chat about what movies you've seen, let me know, because I love being able to discuss things like that. Another big thing about me is reading. I live about an hour and a half away from where I work. So I spend a lot of time on the train getting to and from work, which is when I really started reading quite a bit. I always sort of read, and in high school I'd read when I could, sort of my own choices. I always found it easier to read anything that I picked. When it came to a novel that we had to read for English, it took me forever because it was something I had to do, but I could read my own book, something of my choice, in a night or two. So I do read a lot, and I know some people would be sort of embarrassed to say that. I'm not. I don't know if that's sort of something that comes with age. I know in high school especially some people don't want to be sort of seen as reading, although I do think Twilight really helped that. It sort of kicked off a new generation of readers, and I really loved that. I sort of read Twilight and I gave it to my sister, and I gave it as gifts to some of my friends. I even gave it to my mum, and a lot of these people that never actually sort of read on a regular basis started reading. My sister reads books now quite regularly. She's 19, so she's a little bit younger than me, and my mum even loved that. So that's something that I'm really passionate about. I tend to read books for fun. I don't read sort of really serious books. A lot of mine are sort of like romance novels. I know it's sort of cliche, but ones that have happy endings. I really like that. I think there's a lot of bad things in the world, and I think it's definitely important to be aware of those. But something as a recreational pastime, I like reading stories with happy endings, and I have no problem admitting that. So I have a massive book collection that I've sort of picked up over the years. So maybe one day I'll show you guys that if anyone's interested, or if you want to sort of do book reviews or have like a little online book club, anything like that, I'd be more than happy, because I really do love being able to discuss things. And sometimes I'll start talking to my mum or my sister or one of my friends and talking about these characters, and they have no idea who I'm talking about, and I try and give them the background of the story so I can sort of either vent my frustration, saying, why did they do this, why didn't they do this, why is he doing that, why isn't she with him, that kind of thing. And they probably think I'm a little bit crazy because they have no idea what I'm talking about. They just nod and smile and go, yeah, I agree. But yeah, it'd be really fun to be able to interact and discuss books that you happen to be reading and that I've read. So if that's something that might happen in the future, maybe, I hope. And what else can I tell you about me? I have a very keen interest in all things sort of beauty and makeup and hair. However, I am not the girl in the group of my friends that would wear the most makeup or be the most expensive haircuts or colours or things like that. I'm fairly down to earth and laid back when it comes to these kind of things, and I just have a real interest in sort of new products and trying new things, and I really like sort of learning new tips and tricks and anything that can make makeup fun. And that's kind of why I wanted to start doing these videos, is so I can share those things and what I've learnt with other people, and to sort of just be a part of a community. I think that the beauty of YouTube is that you can be friends with people on the other side of the world who have a totally different background to you, that you may never ever see. You probably won't even breathe the same air or anything like that, but you can be friends, and that is sort of really exciting and amazing, and I definitely want to take advantage of that and be a part of that. So that's sort of a little bit about me and why I have started to make videos. I also like the idea of being able to sort of talk about things and put things out in the world and hear what other people have to say. There's this idea that if you put things out into the world, they'll come back to you, and I like that. I started a Twitter account, I don't know, quite a while ago, and when I sort of started the account, none of my friends had Twitter. Most people in my sort of social circle didn't even really know much about Twitter, hadn't really heard it, and I was kind of explaining why I did it and why I would write things, and people were like, oh, but no one's sort of following you, or no one sort of sees it. And I was kind of like, but I like being able to just put something out there. It's like getting it off your chest. It's a great way to vent and put things out into the world, and find people who someone might stumble across it and they have the same interest in you or agree with you, or even if you don't actually interact, they might just see it, and that's a connection that you've made. So I really like that. And with this sort of vlogging thing, I sort of hope to be able to do that. It might be just therapeutic, just getting things off my chest, and if someone else happens to stumble upon this video and agrees with something I say, or just wants to say hi, or anything like that, then so much the better. So as you can see, I'm rambling, which is kind of why this channel came about. But yeah, I hope that you subscribe and that you come say hi, and yeah, that we can sort of talk. So that's it for now. Hopefully, I intend on doing some tag videos and things like that, just to answer some more specific questions, and just so I've got some things on this channel, and so you can get to know me a little bit better. And yeah, until next time, bye. I feel like I need to work out how I'm gonna say bye. Am I gonna do bye, or peace out, man, or I don't know. I'm definitely gonna have to work on that. How do you say bye? How would you end a video? Yeah, bye.